down. Let me turn it down. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Come on in, come on in. We're going to be talking about the Golden Globes last night. Did you watch it? Did your faves win? Did they lose? What's really going on? Child. I've got some thoughts. I've got some thoughts. And while you all again are piling in, please make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to this channel. I surely would appreciate that. And if you like what you see, again, subscribe. Also, my second channel is up and running. I got a couple of videos to post on this week, but make sure you all go to PETV Reacts, PETV_Reacts. That's where I'll be doing my movie and television reviews. So make sure that you all head on over there. Give y'all a few minutes. So we're going to be talking about the Golden Globes last night, and there's just a few sections that I do want to go over in regards to that. I just want to edit my banners real quick. All right. So let's do this. Let's go over the award show last night. What I'd like to do is I don't know why it does this. Takes so long just to change the daggone color. Good Lord. All right. I'm sorry. Let's go over the host. So the host for the show was Nikki Glazer. Now she returned as the MC for the second year. She was there last year. I just tell you my overall views. I thought she was witty. I thought she had great timing. Overall, for me, the one thing that's good for me as a host is to make sure that you don't do too much. Because a lot of times, a lot of these folks will sit over here and they will absolutely positively do too much. I was glad to see that she wasn't doing too much. Now, I didn't like her little brief number where she was trying to sing or anything like that. That fell flat to me. And also, too, I'm so sick of this white woman wanting a Mandingo man trope. You know, the little back and forth banner that she had with Michael B. Jordan, talking about, "Ooh, we're going to do it in the DMs" and stuff like that. I didn't like that. You know, and then, "Oh, I'm so sorry, mom. I didn't know you were here. We'll do it in the DMs." I didn't like that. That trope is kind of tired. However, whoever styled her did a great job. Uh, her her wardrobe choices were great. I liked all of her gown changes. I liked her initial gown where she came in with the red and it was flowy. It looked great on her. Uh, she kept the show moving, which was enjoyable, and it didn't make that over almost 4 hours ceremony time seem that long. It didn't seem that long because again, she kept the show moving. She kept everything on point. Like I said, she had her little jokes, and there was just a couple that landed flat. Otherwise, she was amusing. She was engaging, and that was the most important thing. That she was quite engaging. I think that she did a good job. The award show in itself. Now, I haven't watched the Golden Globes in a while, so maybe I've just forgotten. But I did like the intimacy of the show. I like that, it was a dinner. It appeared. I like that intimacy of the show. I don't know if I remember that that's what the way the show went. However, I just thought the tables were too close together because when the people went to go get their awards, they seemed like they were, they had them big old dresses, so they were maneuvering and people had to scooch out the way. But I still like the intimacy about it. The Saratoga water brand placement on them tables, the little blue bottle that caught my eye. So the branding placement was on point. Um, I only counted a couple of times where the music had to play to get the winners to move on because they were messing up with their time. But overall, I think that this, like I said, the pacing of the show was great. I think these celebrities, particularly the ones that have won different awards in different places, they pretty much know the timing that they probably got about anywhere from 2 minutes to 90 seconds to 2 minutes to get their speech out. And so I think that they do a good job of doing that. There was a couple of people that, you can tell that they're long winded. And it took them to get stuff out. And I think that they were counting too. I think that they were counting from the time they got up to the time they got on the stage. So if you're spending so much time hugging and kissing and being a thing in the audience, it's going to take you a little bit. It's going to take a little time for you to get there. And I think that that counts on their shine. Um, I enjoyed the music in the show. Maybe because it was more R&B and hip hop oriented, but I truly enjoyed the music. I truly enjoy how the music matched the person because Macaulay Culkin got up there and they sung "Return of the Mac." You get it, McCulkin the Mac. Okay, they were playing the music. So whoever was their music person, we're going to give them a shout out because they definitely had the right music for the right people and they kept the show continued and they kept it going. Again, I like the intimacy of the show because everything else, I guess I liked it because it looked like there was food involved. I don't know if they ate before the ceremony or did they eat after the ceremony. I'm not quite sure, but I do like the tables. It's just that the place that they had them in, I think that the tables were just too close together in my opinion. And it just, because even when you saw the ladies going up on the stage, they had to maneuver to go to this one section. So again, I did like that. So let's get into talking about the awards. So we talked about the host, we talked about the show. Let's get into talking about the awards or the winners. All right. Now, I'm not going to go over all of the winners and all of the things. So I am going to go over, a good majority of it. But I did want to talk about the winners, the things that stood out to me. And these would be the ones that I'm going to go over first. And then we're just going to go down the line and go over the winners. Now, again, as you all are coming in, please make sure that you all are hitting that like button. And if you like what you see, please make sure that you are subscribing. So let's go over. Now, there were winners that stood out to me because I did watch their shows and they stood out to me. The one thing about the Golden Globes that's different from any other thing that they have several different categories. They've got movies, they've got television, they've got podcasts, they've got foreign films, and they've got all these different they have got these characters and categories. And particularly when you get into television, you have comedy, you have drama, you have podcasts, you have, I think that it's a whole lot of things that they review. So let me get to the ones, the first thing that stood out to me. Owen Cooper, he won Best Supporting Male in a limited series, which was Adolescence. And my understanding that he's the youngest to win an Emmy in that show, and also a Golden Globe. Let me tell you something, little Owen. He's 16, so let me not do that. Congratulations to you. Because I watched Adolescence, and if you hadn't seen Adolescence, Adolescence is a series on Netflix. It is, I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a series on Netflix. It is about a young man accused of a crime and them going through that whole process, and you as an audience at is like, it's like a POV type situation. You see it from the point of view from the officers, you see it from the point of view of the young man who was arrested, you see it from the point of view of his parents, and you see him go through up until they charge him, and where they charge him, and he is then his case is settled, and then how the family is having to deal with this case being settled. And I will tell you, uh the interactions between Owen's character and the therapist, absolutely great acting. That young man, he acted his little tail off, and there ain't no need of me lying. He acted his little tail off. Again, if you haven't seen it, it is on Netflix, and it is a great story. Great story. Great story. I don't know why I do this, y'all. I don't know why I take my glasses off, knowing I need these suckers to see, to read. That's what I need them for. Let's talk about Teyana Taylor. Now, Teyana Taylor won Best Supporting Female Actress in a Motion Picture for the One Battle After the Other. Um, Let me tell you something. I did not go see this movie. If it comes on Netflix, if it comes on Hulu, if it comes on the streaming channels, I may watch it, but I didn't go to the movies to pay or anything like that to go see this movie. And a lot of that's personal, because I have found that in Hollywood, for black artists, if black artists seem to win when they are doing roles that confirm the bias and the stereotypes of what people in the world believe black Americans are. And I saw the trailer for this movie, and when I saw her shooting a gun and she is pregnant, that turned me off from the whole movie. It really truly did. And because artists that are acting, and they're not in situations or tropes that are stereotypical, they don't win. I mean, I think about Angela Bassett back when she portrayed Tina Turner. Great, great, but she didn't win, and I don't even know if she was nominated for that. And also, you see Angela Bassett for Wakanda Forever. She was playing stately, she was playing the queen, and she did that role. She was good in that role. That was one of the better things that I can think about that movie that I liked, is her acting in her role. But yet she was snubbed because it wasn't a stereotypical biased view of black Americans. Halle Berry wins for Monster Ball, and why did she win? Because she was having a crazy sex with that Billy Bob Thornton guy. You see Lupita Nyong'o, they win, and I know she's Kenyan, but she's still a black face. She wins for playing a slave. You see Denzel Washington, he wins in his role. He wins in, I think he won in Glory, but he also won in Training Day, and he's just some kind of mean, bad mother. Shut your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Uh so I didn't like that. Congratulations to her. I would never take that award away from her. I just know that I didn't support that movie because of those particular tropes. I know people say that it was good and there was a whole lot of other stuff, but when you got somebody in that movie named Jungle Pussy, come on now. Come on. And for my little side note, my little gossipers, looks like that PR relationship served its purpose. Looks like the PR relationship served its purpose. Now that's for the gospel folks. I don't know if it was PR or not, her and Mufasa. Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. I couldn't tell you if it was PR or not. I can tell you if any of these relationships are PR or not. But it looks like it served its purpose. She got her win. And let's not conflate the fact that Taylor is a great talent. She is a great talent for the millennials. She sings, because did you all see her little interpretation of Sade's song? Beautiful. Go on YouTube, you'll see it. But she is a talent, and I think that she's finally coming into people noticing that she is a talent, and I'm glad to see that for her. I do want to go over a little bit of her speech that she put out there. Winning that award, she did have a great speech. She said, and this is just a snippet of it. She says, to my brown sisters and little brown girls watching tonight, our softness is not a liability. Our depth is not too much. Our light does not need permission to shine. We belong in every room we walk into. Our voices matter and our dreams deserve space. I love that little speech. I thought it was very good, and we will continue. Now, the anime lover in me. Now, I can understand why they won. I just don't like that they won. Now, K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated Feature Film. Now, you let me tell it, Demon Slayer's Infinity Castle was the best. I'm sorry. It's just me. I am so into this Demon Slayer saga. I thought that it was a better anime. However, I cannot deny the numbers. I think that they are close to, if they did not say over 800, 900, was it 800 or 900? Now, don't misquote me, y'all. But I think Netflix reported that they had over, I'm going to give it about 500 million streams. People watch that on Netflix. So they're the highest grossing movie that's been watched on Netflix to date. So I think that they a win is a win, child. A win is a win. And they also won best original score for the song Golden. So again, shout out to K-pop Demon Hunters. I would have preferred the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Saga 1, but that's not what happened. And my last couple, I got two more to go ahead and highlight. But before I do highlight this again, if you are here, please make sure y'all hit that like button as you come in. Hit the like button. Let's make it a trend to hit the like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And again, if you like what you see, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. We're here on the Purple Couch, and we are going over the award season. Sinners. Now, Sinners did win. They didn't rack up. I will tell you, Tiana Taylor's movie, One Battle After the Never, really racked in a lot of things. I think it was the movie that won to me the most awards and things like that. But Sinners won cinematic box office achievement, and Ludwig Göransson won the original score. Now, Ryan Coogler didn't win Best Director, and Michael B. Jordan didn't win Best Actor. And again, Torre, if you go, he is one of the co-hosts of Rap Latte, but he also has his own YouTube page. Go watch that. He did a little piece about why he thinks that Michael B. Jordan will not win any of the awards, and he breaks it down from who are the people voting for all of these different award shows and everything like that. One of the things that stood out to me is the fact that he said a lot of the people who are reviewing these things, particularly for like the Critics' Choice Awards and possibly for the Oscars as well, these are older white people. And a lot of older white people are not into watching anything that doesn't center them. Anyway, he went over that. Go check out Teray. Teray is a journalist. He is one half part of Rap Latte that is on YouTube. Go check him out. But he did a good piece, And on my other channel, I may review that. That probably be a great piece to review about why he thinks that he doesn't think Michael B. Jordan will win. He'll be snubbed for some of the major awards. So we're getting into the Golden Globe Awards, and he was snubbed. So we got the Oscars, the SAG, and I know that there's one more other award that we're going to see whether or not he is going to be in. But again, let me get to my little messy girlies and young men. Did y'all see the fact that Annie and Mary both came up there pregnant? Somebody said on one of these gossip sites, they said, now Stack and Smoke done mess around and got their women pregnant at the same time. Again, it's funny. If you just watching celebrity entertainment and you just for the seriousness of it, I don't know why you watch celebrities like that. And lastly, the thing that stood out to me is congratulations to Seth Rogen. He won Best Actor in a Music or Comedy TV series, the studio on Apple TV. And I will tell you all this. Apple TV is slowly moving into be having some good shows. They have some good quality shows over there. I get to watch it over there with my brother, but they have some really good quality shows over there. But it's not enough for me to have to purchase anything for them. I definitely will figure out how to watch a lot of those shows. I do watch Monarch, which is the prequel. It's in that same universe as Godzilla. I watch all of that. I think it's excellent. C was over there. That was good. And there's a couple of other shows over there. What is it? The thing with Brad Pitt's ex, she played on Friends. I see her, Jennifer Aniston. She has a show over there that's pretty good. So definitely go check all of that out. Definitely go check all of that. Right. All right. So let's get into it. We have Variety. They have the list of winners, and we definitely are going to review that. But let me get to them again. We're not going to go over each and every one of them, but we definitely are going to go over most. Here we go. So again, for Best Motion Picture Drama, Hamnet won. And this was the category that Sinners was in. For Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy, again, one battle after the another won. Which was interesting because I thought it was close. I thought Bugonia was going to kind of sneak up and take it, but one battle after the other won. Best Motion Picture Animated, we did talk about that. K-Pop Demon Hunters won. I was surely looking for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I was sure looking for that. One of the things that I think we need to be preparing ourselves for is the fact that Gen Alpha millennials love a good anime. I'm a Gen Xer and I love a good anime. But they love a good anime. They love the style of anime. They love the storytelling of anime. And so I think that coming forward into this new year with these movies, I think that Marvel and all of these places, they're going to struggle because of the fact that they're still operating on the model that Gen Xers are the young people watching their movies, and that is not the truth. The people who now you let the critics, people who are critical of it, are usually Gen X and older millennials. But I think that coming into 2026, we are seeing that the younger millennials and the Gen Alpha are the people that need to be watched as far as movies and movies going. And so the way that they consume media is totally different, but they do consume a lot of anime media. They do consume a lot of media that is not long form, with the TikToks and anything. So I think these like documentary shorts and things like that, if you can pack stuff in 35, 45 minute snippets, would be great. I will tell you that they are really gravitating back to television and television movies, and they're also gravitating back to wanting to own IP properties, like selling DVDs and things like that. I have seen an uptick because what was it, last year, the year before last, there was an uptick of a lot of people selling their Blu-ray players, their DVD players, and things like that in their uh, uh, record players. But we've seen probably in the past 3 to 5 years there is like a 10 to 15% uptick in people buying those things back, especially younger people, because there is an urge to own their property, physical copy of their cell. I sure hope that goes back up. But we are seeing that because again, we've gotten into the streaming services and things like that. But when the apps are requiring for you to have a year's to buy it for a year at 29.99, plus you're having streaming services that are asking you to purchase streaming subscriptions at no less than $10, plus commercials are on there. I think what's happening is a lot of people, plus a lot of people stem and all this other stuff, and they listen to things repeatedly. I think we're going to be getting back to people wanting to buy their own IPs instead of to have to always go out and purchase those things. Again, the cinematic box office, we told you that Sinners won that. Best motion picture, non-English, best foreign film. It was The Secret Agent out of Brazil. I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna check that out because Brazil has had some over the past years. They've had some great movies uh to come out and then they're remade. I wouldn't doubt that this film might be remade into the English version because it's won a Golden Globe. If it gets nominated for best foreign film at an Oscar, you bet you believe that Hollywood would try to remake that in an American form. Excuse me. Best performing by lead actress in a motion picture. Jessie Buckley won in Hamnet. She was up against Tessa. Now, see, I watched Hedda, but I did not watch Hamnet. I guess I need to watch it. But I thought Tessa Thompson did a decent job there, and Julia Robertson did a decent job in After the Hunt. I did watch that. Best performance by a lead actor in a motion picture. You had Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, he was up for this in regards to his role in The Smashing Machine, and I understand that he did a good and decent job in that movie. And again, we see that Michael B. Jordan did not win for Sinners. So I'm gonna go watch this The Secret Agent and to see what was going on in that movie. Uh, because like I said, I'm a little biased. I definitely want uh Michael B. Jordan to win to win an award in one of these things. I know he won. He didn't win the Critics' Choice Award, but of the bigger award shows, I would like for him to win something. It looks like here in this advertisement that there's 5 SAG Africa Actor Award nominations for. We've got Best Cast for Sinners. We've got Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan, Best Supporting Actress uh, in Wumi Masuka, and Best Supporting Actor in Miles Canton. So he has a nomination in the SAG Award. So we're going to see if his peers decide that he can win. But if Timothy Chalamet is in there, I can tell you he ain't gonna win because he is the taste du jour right now. Best performance by the lead actress in a musical or comedy. We've got Rose Byrne. If I had legs, I'd kick you, which beat out Cynthia Erivo. And it was interesting because Cynthia Erivo didn't show up. The past couple of award shows where she has been named in this thing, she hasn't shown up. I see Ariana Grande has shown up, but she hasn't shown up. And I don't know if she's doing another movie or not, or what's going on with her, but she hasn't shown up. I Best performance by a lead actor in a motion picture or musical, Timothy Chalamet. He won with Marty Supreme, that came out on Christmas. Shout out to him. Best performance by a supporting actress in any motion picture. Just all of them. And that was Tiana Taylor with One Battle. She was, and actually that was the first award given out given out of the night. And then Timothy Chalamet came out too. Best performance by a supporting actor in any motion picture. That was Stellan Skarsgård. Those Skarsgård men are really out here working, because you have the guy that plays Loki, and then you have his is it his brother or cousin? I can't think of who this other guy is, but there's at least 3 Skarsgårds men that are out here doing it. Best director, which to me was tight. You had Paul Thomas Anderson, who won for One Battle After Another. You had Ryan Coogler for Sinners. You had Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein. You had Jafar Panahi. It was just an accident. You have Joaquin Trier of Sentimental Values. And then you have Zoe Zhao for Hamlet. That director's category was tight. It was tight. It was really, really tight. Best screenplay, One Battle After Another one. Again, Ludwig von Göransson won for Best Original Score. Again, K-Pop Demon Hunters won for Golden. Best Original Song. It beat out Dreams as One with Avatar, I Lied to You and Sinners, No Place Like Home from Wicked, and The Girl in the Bubble from Wicked. Train Dreams for Train Dreams. Let's see. So then we get into the TV categories. And like I said, I won't go over all of these categories, but we get into the TV. So best TV series was The Pitt. That's a Noah Wyle show. It gives you, if you watched ER back in the day, that is pretty much the same genre that's in. Noah Wyle played in ER back in the day. Him and George Clooney. It's the same vibe. It's the same vein. But now where he was an intern in the ER, he is now the big man in the hospital, in the ER. So thank goodness to her. And I just have to say this because I just like the word pluribus, pluribus, pluribus. It's on Apple TV. I just had to say this. And you look at this best TV dramas. Look at this. Pluribus for Apple TV, Severance from Apple TV, Slow Horses from Apple TV. I told you Apple TV is almost like what Netflix was back in the day when they first started coming in with I'll think of it later. But when Netflix started doing movies and TV series and things like that, original content, and then they came up and how everybody was gravitating towards Netflix in regards to that, that's what Apple TV is slowly doing. Best TV series, musical or comedy, we've got The Studio from Apple TV. Best limited anthology, again, Adolescence. If you have not seen that, if you've not watched Adolescence, that is a good watch. I think it's between 4 to 6 episodes, but it is a great, great watch. It gives you on the vein. And you remember Helen Mirren when she was a police officer. I just remember the guy that she was going after was called The Street. What was the name of that show? But it gives you that kind of, if you like that type of vibe in regards to movies and getting in movies and foreign UK films and stuff like that, that's the vibe that it gets you. Lead actress, best performance in a TV series, it went to Rhys Sehorn and Pluribus. Actor, it went to Noah Wyle of The Pitt, and we do see that Sterling K. Brown was also nominated for Paradise, and also too, Paradise is coming back in February. I will be reviewing that. Looks like Diego Luna from Andor was nominated as well. For musical, you had Jean Smart. She won for Hacks. Actor for musical, you had Seth Rogen. We shouted him out. Limited anthology, best actress, we had Michelle Williams, dying for sex. And best performance by a lead actor in limited and anthology, you had Stephen Graham. He played the father in the Adolescence show. Again, great show. I just want to make sure because we don't want to miss Erin Doherty. She won in Adolescence. I believe she played the therapist. So they had a pretty good night as far as TV was concerned. And best performance by a supporting actor, Owen Cooper. He was one Adolescent. So they had a really good night, racking up all of the Ricky Gervais best comedy. You had Good Hang with Amy Poehler for podcast. So again, and as I said, I'll just recap, shout out to Owen Cooper for best supporting male actor. It's my understanding he's the youngest to win this Golden Globe, so shout out to him. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. Like I said, I didn't like the role because it was just, for me, too stereotypical, and it didn't have the depth that I guess it has for the mainstream population. But shout out to her for winning. Also, shout out to K-pop Demon Hunters for best animated film, even though I wanted Demon Slayers to win. Shout out to y'all. And again, Sinners is not winning for the acting portion of it, but they are winning for cinematic achievements and original score and music. And pretty much any Ryan Coogler movie is winning for the score or the costume design or cinematic. They're winning in that realm. So again, if you want to kind of talk about or listen, and I may review it on my second channel, Torre goes over a nice little video on why he thinks Michael B. Jordan, because it was a big thing that he was snubbed at the Critics' Choice Awards, and he goes over why he believes that happened from a journalistic standpoint, from him talking to different players in the industry, so he can definitely give us that. All right, people. We do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.